Welcome to the brain of an overthinker. Population. Too many thoughts, zero chill. It's like living with 32 open browser tabs, one playing emotional damage music, and the rest buffering at 2 a.m. Someone texts K. A normal person moves on. An overthinker? They start a full FBI investigation. Did they mean okay or okay? Why lowercase? Are they mad? Are they kidnapped? Bro, they're just busy, not plotting your emotional downfall. Overthinkers don't sleep. They just close their eyes and relive every embarrassing moment since 2009. 3 a.m. brain be like, let's replay that one time you said you too to the waiter. Someone says, you look nice today. A normal person. Thanks. Overthinker. So, I didn't look nice yesterday? Congratulations. You just turned kindness into anxiety soup. They post a story, delete it, repost it, then check who viewed it 47 times. Then stare at the views like a stock market data. Why did my crush see it but not reply? Bro, they just double-tapped. Calm down, you try on one shirt, hate it. Second shirt, too loud. Third, too plain. By the 10th outfit, you've created a clothing crime scene. Then you stay home because nothing felt right. Fashion, more like fabric-based panic. Boss emails. Can we talk? Your soul leaves your body. You imagine 57 ways you're getting fired. Then they just ask, can you send that file? If I say hi to my crush, then date, then marry, then divorce, will I still get custody of the dog? Bro, you haven't even said hi yet. You're exhausted. You lie down. Brain. Perfect time to remember every mistake ever. You try meditation. End up overthinking if you're meditating right. Insomnia sponsored by Imaginations by M. Overthinkers rehearse fake arguments like Oscar winners. If they say this, I'll say that. Reality. They never said anything. Being an overthinker means your brain's a full-time content creator, except all the content is stress. You analyze, doubt, and replay everything. Then wonder why you're tired. The truth? You're not deep. You're just Wi-Fi with bad signal. So yeah, being an overthinker sucks, because your body's in 2025, but your mind's still typing an email from 2014. Phone rings. You stare at it till it stops. Then text, sorry, missed your call, even though you literally watched it ring. Anxiety. 1. Adulting. 0. Should I work out today? Maybe. But what if everyone stares? You overthink so long the gym closes. Congrats! You just burned calories thinking. You send a risky text. You see typing for whatever for 20 seconds. Your heart files for bankruptcy. Then they reply, LOL, it's your friend's birthday. You spend 3 hours crafting the perfect caption, delete it, post again, then panic if it sounded fake. Bro, it's cake day, not court testimony. Doctor says we'll call with results. Your brain. Google symptoms, plans, funeral playlist. Result. Everything's normal. You, emotionally not. You're typing a text, delete it, retype, delete again. The other person sees typing for 5 minutes. You just gave them anxiety too. It's a team sport. Movie theater's half empty. You still overanalyze where to sit like it's chess. Middle? Too basic. Back? Too creepy. Set alarm for 7, then 7:05, then 7:10. Just in case. Wake up at 9 and overthink why alarms betrayed you. You leave the group for peace. Now you're overthinking if Grandma took it personally. Spoiler, she did. You see them once and your brain's like, we're getting married. Then they take 3 hours to reply and your brain's like, they hate me. You've already imagined a wedding, a breakup, and custody of the dog. And you haven't even said hi yet. You overthink the outfit, the topics, the way you'll sip water. They said good night at 10 o'clock. It's 10:04 and you're still staring at the screen thinking, should I say it back or is that desperate? Congratulations, you've turned bedtime into a hostage situation. You accidentally liked their post from 54 weeks ago. You spend the next 2 hours planning how to fake that it was a glitch. It wasn't. You're just certified FBI in love. They change their profile pic, you zoom in, analyze the background, the lighting, And that one unknown hand in the corner. You've built a whole crime documentary out of a selfie. They go offline. Brain, they're cheating. Reality, they're sleeping. But nah, you're already planning the breakup speech in your head. Should I buy something small and thoughtful or big and expensive? You end up buying both. Now your wallet's crying and they just said you shouldn't have. Yeah, no kidding. They left you on scene. You immediately check Wi-Fi, astrology, and planetary alignment. Turns out they were just in the bathroom. They didn't text for 4 hours. You imagine them with someone else. Meanwhile, they're just at the dentist. They got a haircut. You. Who did they look good for? Bro, maybe the mirror. You meet their friends. You overanalyze every glance, every whisper, every laugh. They said, "You're nice," and now you're decoding if it was approval or pity. You fought once. They moved on. You're still replaying the argument in your head 3 years later like an Oscar-winning trauma. Every time they're quiet, you think it's over. You've broken up 48 times in your imagination, and they still don't even know. They treat you well, and your brain goes, "It's a trap. No, babe, it's just healthy love." See them online. You imagine 10 people they could be texting. Plot twist, they're watching reels of cats. When it finally ends, you don't cry, you analyze. Every text, every pause, every emoji. You even overthink their goodbye punctuation. And why do overthinkers always assume the worst possible scenario first? You people prepare for arguments that never happen. You'll be in the shower debating imaginary people with Oscar-worthy speeches. Overthinkers are detectives with no case. Someone's tone changes by 0.0001%, and suddenly you're analyzing them like a criminal psychologist. They usually use 3 A's in ha ha ha. Today they use 2. Something is spiritually collapsing. And don't let someone leave you on red. Now your brain becomes a Netflix crime documentary. Last seen 7:42 p.m. Active 7:45 p.m. Viewed my story 7:46 p.m. Interesting. Overthinkers have the most cursed superpower ever. They predict disasters like they're side characters in a horror movie. The problem is sometimes the prediction actually happens, and now they walk around acting like emotional prophets. I knew it. You predicted 900 bad things. One finally landed. Overthinkers will imagine every possible negative outcome like they're running simulations for NASA. But honestly, the scary part is how specific overthinkers get. I feel like something bad is going to happen tomorrow. And then tomorrow someone drops a spoon in the kitchen. Overthinker immediately, I told you. Brother, the spoon survived. Calm down. And because overthinkers expect disappointment 24/7, they accidentally become prepared for everything. Heartbreak? Already rehearsed it mentally 400 times. Arguments? Prepared closing statements since February. Getting rejected? They already cried about it before confessing. Sometimes life hits them with bad news, and they react like, "Yeah, I already suffered through this scenario in my head last week."